Because when you start taking your business seriously and when you start taking responsibility for that and showing that you're passionate and committed to your business, other people will start to wake up and they will do the exact same. It's Carly here, and you're listening to episode 11 of the Made for More podcast. And today I'm going to bring you a little solo episode. So I love the interviews. I absolutely love learning from so many other people. But sometimes I just get a subject where it just sits on my heart and I really feel like I want to get it out. So I'm going to be bringing you this episode today live from Lockdown 2.0. If you're in the UK, you are in the exact same position as me. We are in our second lockdown. And I feel like these lockdowns are a really interesting time. I feel like from week to week, you can go through really different emotions. And to be honest with you, going into the second lockdown now, I feel really different actually about the first one. I feel like that weirdly, there's a weird sense of calm about it and normality, and I'm like, oh, okay. And we've just really quickly slotted back into the things that we used to do. So, you know, obviously Kurt's back and he's cooking all the food, thank God, because I'm the worst cook ever, but he's back to cooking all the food. And then we go on our walk as a family, and we've just kind of really slotted back into that lockdown routine really, which is crazy. But I think this time it does feel a little bit different because there was so much uncertainty around the first one. This time, we know we're going to come out of it. We know we're going to be fine, and we know that we can learn from it. And I don't know about you, but when I was in the first lockdown, when we first started it, I thought that I was going to achieve so much. I literally thought by the end of lockdown, I would be fluent in Spanish and I would look like Nicole Scherzinger because I've just worked out that much. And to be quite honest with you, none of those things happen. I can only really order the bill in Spanish, la cuenta, por favor, and that's about it. And I don't look like Nicole Scherzinger at all. I'm a much sausagier version of me. I didn't tone up at all. I literally built this full-on gym at the end of my garden and then did absolutely nothing and just looked at it. I did look at it while I was in my activewear, but I didn't actually get active at all. So this time round, I feel like I can learn from the first lockdown. And I really encourage you all to try and learn from the first one as well, because one of the main things I learned is that time goes so quickly, and you can achieve a lot in that time, but also the time can just fly by, and before you know it, 2 or 3 months has gone and you're like, wow, what have I done with my time? I've made a lot of banana bread and I've watched a lot of Netflix, but I've not really got anywhere. So right now, as I sit in my lounge and I record this podcast, we have got 8 weeks until the end of the year, the end of 2020. And this can either be an amazing year for you, or you can have this year be a complete write-off. And I know that a lot of people are viewing this year as a complete write-off, and they're thinking, right, I've got 8 weeks to go. I just need to get through these 8 weeks and then we're going to start a new year. But guess what? It does not matter what year it is. It all depends on you, because the chances are, if you go into 2021 with the same attitude as, oh God, I just want to get past these 8 weeks and then next year is going to be better, I promise you, a year is going to go and you're going to feel the exact same way about your life and your progression as you do right now, because it's not about the year. It's not about the things that are going on around us. It's what we do with what's going on around us. It's about our attitude and our taking responsibility for our own life. So this is why I feel so passionate, because I don't want you to sit here. I don't want to delude you into thinking that anything is going to be different next year, just because it's a different number, just because it's 2021 instead of 2020. Nothing is going to be different if you don't make a change right now. And there are things at the beginning of this year that you vowed that you were going to do. You were going to get better at this, or you were going to do this, or you were going to create this. And for so many of you listening to this, I know that you haven't done it. I know you haven't done it because so many people are still in the same position. And I really want to encourage you to think of this next 8 weeks as the time to really get stuff done, to really make some massive moves in your life and in your business. So we are right now in one of the most amazing opportunities. Like I said, we can learn from the first lockdown. And right now we have no distractions. So many times someone will say, oh yeah, I really wanted to get on that training call, but it's my friend's birthday, so we had to go out for my friend's birthday. Or oh, I know that there was like a kind of, a conference on this day, but actually I had to go and see my in-laws, so I couldn't go and do that. And so many times life things around us and social events mean that we have to choose between our business and the social event, and 9 times out of 10 most people choose the social event. But right now we don't have to make that decision. You don't have to decide between your business and your social life, because there is no social life. So you have no distractions right now. This is the most brilliant opportunity to just focus in, get your head in the game, and really make some big progress. So the first thing I want to kind of give you my tips for how to make the most out of this lockdown process and how to make the most out of the next 8 weeks. This can honestly be the most amazing time in your life. This can be the turning point. This can be the bit where you look back and you're like, everything changed when we went into that second lockdown. That's where the switch went off and I started taking responsibility for my life. I really hope you make that decision. So the first thing is to look at where you're spending your time and energy. And I know that for anyone, most people actually, when they're starting a business, or unless they're really, really, really established in their business, most people have their business as their side hustle and they also have a full-time job as well, or they have kids, or for lots of people they're also looking after elderly parents, and there's so many other things that you've got going on in your life. And for a lot of people, you're actually quite time poor. Your time is really, really precious and you feel like you're being stretched. Now, the most important thing to look at is, where are you spending your time? So are you spending your time in the low impact areas of your business that cost a lot of your energy? So are you spending time doing high energy activities that actually yield a very low impact in your business? Or are you spending your time doing the low energy things? They don't take a lot from you, but they create massive impact in your business. So for example, I'll give you an example of something in my business that is really, high impact, high energy, high effort, but a very low impact thing. So something like creating a training manual for my team. If I'm really like, okay, cool, I'm going to create a training plan and I'm going to write up all these notes and I'm going to make it all nice and I'm going to put it in Canva and I'm going to create this whole booklet so that someone can just have the booklet and then they know exactly what they want to do. Now that is that's high effort. It takes a lot of your effort, takes a lot of your energy, but it really doesn't make much of an impact in your business at all. It might help a couple of people feel a little bit clearer in whatever area you're training on. However, it's really not going to make a massive impact in your business. So something like creating flyers and creating posters and training manuals and stuff like that, that's not going to impact your business in a massively positive way. So have a look at the areas of your business where it doesn't take loads of your effort, it doesn't take loads of your energy, but it has a massive impact on how your business grows and how it moves forward. Or it may even be that it does take a lot of effort and it does take a lot of energy, but it actually moves your business. Those are the areas that you want to look at. So actually spending time reaching out to people on social media saying, will you look at my business? Will you look at my product? Will you look at my service? Have you considered this kind of coaching program? Anything like that, which is really going to move your business, asking and being direct. It may take lots of effort in the sense that you need to reach out to lots of people. It may take lots of effort in the sense that you need to be really consistent on your social media, but it's going to have a massive impact in your business. So that is where you want to be focused on your time. That's where you want to be putting the focus and the energy into your business. The second one is to set boundaries and say no. Now, if you listen to my last episode with Michelle Hillier, you will have heard that I had a major breakthrough recently, and I really learned about setting boundaries and actually saying no to stuff, and kind of what that's done for me and what that's done for my time, and actually just how I view myself and my self-worth has been absolutely huge. But like I said, right now, you are all being torn in a million different places. You've got full-time jobs, you've got kids, you've got hobbies, you've got so much stuff going on. But actually, the majority of the time, the reason you are so busy and so caught up and torn in so many different directions is because you are saying yes because you want to please people. Are you a people pleaser? And Being a people pleaser is not a good thing. If you're sitting there and you feel proud of yourself because you put other people's needs before your own, I really want you to switch around the way you're thinking, because being a people pleaser and putting other people's needs before yours is not a good habit to get into. It's certainly not a good success habit, but eventually down the line, you are going to wear yourself out and you are going to diminish your self-worth every single time you make a decision like that. So ask yourself, am I saying yes to this because I'm trying to please someone else, but it's not actually suitable for me? And sometimes if someone asks you to do something and it's a long way in the future, if they want you to do something, I don't know, maybe it's like something random, like, will you give out raffle tickets at the school fair? And you're like, oh God, I so don't want to do that, but I don't want to look like a bad mum. Or, maybe it's just something at work and it's in a few months' time and you're like, yeah, okay, I've got no plans. Yeah, I'll do that. But you don't want to do it. When it comes to the day, you're going to be like, oh God, how can I get out of this? How can I get out of this situation? If you feel like you're going to be in that situation, if you wouldn't say yes to this tomorrow, then don't say yes to it in a few months' time. If you know that you don't want to do it, start saying no. No is the most empowering thing you can say. I know it feels like saying yes is so empowering, and saying yes to opportunities is saying yes to the things that scare you, is saying yes to doing stuff that you once wouldn't have done is empowering. But saying no to the stuff that does not serve you and saying no to the people that do not serve you is an incredible place to be in. So things that you can start saying no to are, say for example, right now your work is crazy and you decide that when you finish work you're going to do your business stuff, and a work colleague messages you and says, have you got 5 minutes? I'd just love a quick chat. And you know that they're going to get on the phone and they're going to moan about everything. They're going to moan about their job and, oh, isn't the boss a dick? And meh, 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 meh. And it's just bad energy. It's a waste of your time. There really is nothing good that's going to come out of this conversation. It's just that person is going to feel better because they vented to you. So that's the perfect opportunity to be like, no, sorry, my business is my priority right now. So this is such a key sentence, and I really want to get you into the habit of saying this. If you start saying this when you are meant to be doing something for your business and something else comes in to try and distract you, try saying, no, my business is a priority right now. And see how that changes people's reaction. See how that changes how other people view what you're doing on the side. Because when you start taking your business seriously and when you start taking responsibility for that and showing that you're passionate and committed to your business, other people will start to wake up and they will do the exact same. So something like that. Or say your old schoolmates have invited you onto a quiz, to a Zoom quiz. I feel like Zoom quizzes are like the lockdown thing, aren't they? And you know that you don't want to do it. You know there's a training call you should be on. You know that there's some stuff that you need to be doing with your social media. But you say yes because you don't want to look like the bad friend and you don't want to look like you're choosing your business over your friends. Well, guess what? You've just got to say no, because in that moment, if you are stretched for time and your business is your priority, you have to make your business a priority. You can't just keep saying, yeah, I really want it. Yeah, I'm really committed to my business. But you choose a Zoom quiz over your business and over your future. That doesn't add up. And the universe will be like, hey, hold on a second. She's telling me that she's committed. She's telling me that she wants to make a difference, but she's on a Zoom quiz. She's dressed as Peter Pan on some kind of Zoom quiz. Maybe not. So start saying, no, my business is a priority right now. Maybe you're at home in lockdown right now and your husband or your partner or whatever has said, hey, I think we should use this time to decorate the lounge. I reckon we should clear everything out, decorate the lounge. Let's really go for it. No, my business is my priority right now. And you know what? If you don't want to say that, you can just say no. This is the most revolutionary thing I have probably ever learned in my life. And that is that no is a full sentence. You don't need to say, oh, no, I can't do that because, the kids are in bed and, I really need to do this. And they have said that if I do try and get on this Zoom call, it will be blah, 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 blah. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to explain yourself at all. You can just say, no, I can't do that. And just see how the universe and everything starts to conspire in your favor when you start saying powerful statements like that. No, I can't do that. Or no, my business is my priority right now. The universe is going to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to help you out a little bit. I see you're committed. I see you're trying to make some moves here. I'm going to help you out. You're going to get some cheeky little DMs, someone sliding into your DMs and they want to buy a product, or they want to hire you as a coach or something like that, or they want to join your team, and the universe is going to be like, I got you, babe. I got you. I hear you. I see the moves and I'm on your side. So start making some bold statements to the universe and putting yourself and your life first. And also, don't leave your business till last either. There's so much stuff that goes on in our day, and so many times, you can say, yeah, my business is my priority and I'm really, really committed. But the actual reality and what your actions are showing is that you get up in the morning and you're like, okay, right, I'm just going to get the kids ready. I'm just going to do their breakfast, or I'm just going to get my own breakfast ready. Right, okay, I'm just going to go for a walk, and then take the dog out, and then I'm going to do that. Okay, no, I'm just going to do my job, my day job. Just going to do that. Just going to get out of the way. Right, okay, I'm just going to get the dinner ready. Just going to get all the dinner ready. Make sure everyone's happy. And then by the time you get to actually sitting down to do your business, it's 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, and you're absolutely exhausted. You're giving it half-assed energy because you've just been wiped out all day. And that doesn't look like someone that is prioritizing their business. So have a look at what you're saying and have a look at your actions, and do they marry up? Okay. The third thing is to act right now. Now, I know I said this in the beginning, but there are actions that you need to take in your business that you have been saying for so long that you need to do. It may be that you need to get good at sending voice notes. It may be that you need to get better at social media. It may be that there is a course you need to invest in. It may be that there is something else. There is something else that you need to do for your business, but you have been putting it off and you've been saying it forever. Now, I know some of you have been saying this for years. You've been saying, I need to get better at social media. And this is I actually had this recently. So I've got a friend of mine, and every time I see her, she always says, oh God, I put on so much weight. I put on so much weight during lockdown. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Every time I look, I weighed myself the other day and I put on a stone. Oh my God, I put on so much weight. And normally, whenever I see her, I say, oh no, babe, you look good. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It will go. And I normally just, I'm really nice and I'm like, it's all right, babe. Don't worry about it. Anyway, she said it so much to me now. She said it to me the other day and I said, so what are you going to do about it? And she kind of looked at me a bit shocked and she clearly never even thought about that question. She clearly never thought what she was going to do about it. She was just in the place of moaning about it. So she was very aware that she's put on weight. She's declared it. She's told everyone, but she has no clue of what she's going to do about it. And she actually has no plan of what she's going to do about it. So I want to say the same to you as well. If you are constantly saying, oh God, I'm just not very good on social media. I'm just not very confident. I just can't do it. Oh God, I'm not good at public speaking. Oh, I can never get on a video camera and do something like that. Oh, I'm just not very good at voice notes. I just don't like my voice. I hate my voice. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because self-awareness is great. It's great to look at yourself and be like, yep, this is an area that I need to work on. But unless you're going to do something about it, you're just moaning. You're literally wasting your energy talking about all the things that are wrong with you, but you have no intention of doing something about it. So, what are the things that you've been putting off? What are the things that you need to do? Is holding you back in your business. You know that if you just figured out how to do it or got the confidence to do it or whatever, got the knowledge, then you would be further ahead in your business. Because guess what? You can either get on and do that now, or you can fanny around for another couple of years probably and get on with it then. Or you will never get over it and you'll never get to where you want to get to because you're not willing to face the stuff that you need to face. So what I'm willing you to do is to act now. 8 weeks till the end of the year. And you need to get through those things. Those things that you need to do in your business are always going to be the same thing. They're not going to change. It's not like 2021 is going to strike, the clock's going to strike midnight and then suddenly you don't need to figure out how to do voice notes anymore. And actually someone's going to give you a new voice and you're going to be like, ta-da! And you're going to be like, oh my God, my voice is phenomenal. That's not going to happen. Your voice is your voice. So get to learn to love your voice.
if it's a business presentation that you need to do, that business presentation is the business presentation. So if you don't figure out how to do that, you're not going to be able to talk about your business. If you're not very good at selling, but you are in a product-based business, you need to figure out how to sell your products, because guess what? If you're not selling a product, no product is getting sold. So you need to figure it out at some point. If you are trying to build a business online, on social media, and you have no idea how to do that, or you have no confidence with how to do that, you need to figure it out at some point. I know I'm being totally brutal right here, and I'm being really, really direct, but I'm only doing it because I respect you all so much, and I really want you guys to make massive progress in your business and your life. And sometimes it's just sometimes you need that little kind of wake up to be like, oh my God, okay, the thing that I'm scared of doing isn't ever going to change. So you either figure it out and work through it, or you don't. But you cannot think you're going to get to where you want to get to unless you work out those things. So I really hope you find the courage to do it. And there's a quote that actually Angie Lee posted on her Instagram recently, and it said, maybe the bravest thing you can do today is show up when only 3 people are clapping. You want to be an expert? You first have to be a beginner. Now, we all are so scared of messing up. You know, people are so scared of putting an Instagram post out there and not getting any likes, or starting a podcast and no one listens to it, or you do a YouTube video and you mess up your words, or, you know, you present your business in front of 6 people and no one joins your business, or, you know, you mess up your words and you forget a line. Who cares? Everyone is a beginner at some point. And, you know, the only reason that I speak the way I do about my business now is because I've done terrible presentations over and over and over again. I've done awful presentations, and I've been a beginner. And then I was a little bit better, and then I was a little bit better, and then I was a little bit better. And then now I'm getting to the point where I feel like I'm skilled. I'm an expert in my area of work now, because I started as a beginner. So don't think you can skip that beginner stage. Everyone has to start as a beginner. And then my 4th tip to really make the most of this time right now, and I want you to write this down. If you're driving, obviously don't write it, but you can say it in your head. I want you to write this down if you are able to write it down. I want you to underline, I am ready right now. I want that in capital letters. Underline, underline, underline. I am ready right now. Not, I am ready tomorrow. I am ready once I listen to that other audio. I am ready once I read Brené Brown's next book. I am ready once I watch The Secret on Netflix. Not any of those things. I am ready right now. Everything that you want to achieve, you are ready to achieve it right now. You just have to act right now. And what I find so much is people just get caught up in a bit of a, personal development rabbit hole. And you feel like until you've listened to all the audios and you have all of the info, you can't move. And it's backwards. It's so backwards. You have to move in order to learn the lessons, in order to grow. And I just, if you are in that place where you're just absorbing information all the time and you're taking all this stuff and learning this and you need to get out of that perfectionist state. The state where you think that everything has to be perfect and you have to be perfect and you have to know everything before you start working your business. You need to get out of that state, because nothing good comes from that place at all. You need to get out of your head, out of that little rabbit hole, and get to work now. And your family and friends will support you when they see others cheering for you. When they see strangers cheering for you, that's when they're going to support you. So again, if you're sitting here and thinking, I'm going to start working my business just as soon as I get as soon as my mum and dad tell me that they support me, or as soon as my partner is, as long as he gets it, then I'm going to get going on my business. They are not going to support you until they see strangers cheering for you. So commit to your business now, and the others will follow. The rest will follow. The confidence will follow. Everything will follow after that, but you have to go first and take that first step. So I really hope you have enjoyed my little chat today. Some of it might be a little bit of a love punch. It might feel like I've just slapped you in the face a little bit and you're like, I kind of liked her in episode 1 and now she's a little bit feisty. But sometimes I just get to this point because I want so much for you all. I really, really want so much for you all. And I chat to so many of you, and you're in that place where you want it and you want a different life, but you're going around in the same cycle all the time. And the reason I get so passionate is that I've been in that place. I've 100% been in that place. And, you know, that feeling of frustration of being like, when is it my time? When is my time for it all to click in? Your time is whenever you decide that it's your time. And right now, there has never been a better time. There are no distractions. So many people are starting businesses right now. Building a business online has never been more relevant than now, because everyone is shopping online, everyone is online all the time, and there is so much support and everything that you can do online. And it's just an incredible time to be alive. I really honestly believe that. We have so many resources at our fingertips. You no longer need a business degree and all these other crazy qualifications to build a business. Thank God, because I've got like 3 GCSEs, but you don't need any of that anymore. You know, if you have the internet and you are able to YouTube things that you don't know, and if you have a Google search bar and you can research something that you don't know on there, you are absolutely fine. You can build whatever you want to do in this life. The only thing that you do need is courage. You have to have the courage to just go for it. Go for it before you feel like you're ready, and go for it before you feel like everything is perfect and everything is aligned. You have to act right now. Our time is so precious, and I don't want you to waste a moment of it. And I do honestly, truly believe that you are all made for so much more than you can even imagine. And I really hope this episode is going to help you see that. So if you are loving this and you feel like you want a little bit more juice from me, then hop over to my website, carlymyers.com, and you can subscribe for my newsletter. Every single week I put out a little newsletter. It's not like a newsletter like the parish notices. I'm not going to tell you about the duck pond and anything like that, but I am going to give you an affirmation of the week. I'm going to tell you something that I'm loving every week, and I'm also going to give you some little tips and takeaways and stuff. And I do a little sporadic email of motivation and inspo and stuff like that, so make sure you're part of the mailing list, because I think you'll absolutely love it. And of course, if there is anyone else that you think would benefit from this podcast, please share it with them. Take a screenshot of this podcast, put it on your Insta stories, tag me at Carly Myers Lifestyle and my podcast Instagram, which is at Made for More Pod, and share it with everyone that you think will benefit. And of course, if there is anyone out here that is wanting that extra zhuzh in their self-belief, then I have a free course, Self-Belief Booster, How to Overcome Your Self-Doubts in 5 Simple Steps. Again, you can hop into the link in my bio in my Instagram and you can download that straight away. But thank you so much for all your support. I love getting all the messages, and I just love connecting with you all. So have a wonderful week, everyone. I really hope you put yourself first, you start saying no, and you make this the time that everything changed. Thanks, guys. Bye.